Today we are going to show you about the volume of a cylinder. So the formula is the volume equals area of base times height. That's your formula.
Okay, so what you would do now, depending on what shape you have, so say that we have like a square. Okay, so once you have your square, and make it really fast, once you have your square, what you would do, it will give you some measurements. So let's say that this one's like 10, this one's 10, I mean like that one right there, and that one right there is 10. Let's say that the height is like 15. So then what you would do from there is you would find the area of the base. And to do that, you would put area equals length times width, because that's the formula for area of the base. There's also base times height, but I'm just using length times width. And so our length is that one, our width is that one. So then what we do is we put another equals, and we put 10 times 10, and then equals 100. There, now that we have the area of the base, now we would times it by the height, and then I'll continue that on the next page. So what you do now is you put your volume, this is the formula for volume. Volume equals, bracket, area of base times height. H, that's supposed to be an H. H stands for height. So the height of our square was 15, and the area of our base was 100. So we'd put equals 100 times 15. And then you would put equals 1,500, because that's the answer. Then you put centimeters cubed, because volume is measured in cubed, not squared, not just anything, or whatever your measurements were. If your measurements were meters, millimeters, or kilometers, or anything, you put like meters squared or kilometers squared. Cubed, not squared. It'd be meters cubed or kilometers cubed or anything else cubed. So if the square back there was anything else, you would make it cubed. So on the next page we are going to do a cylinder. Okay, so now we are going to do a cylinder. So pretend that this is what our cylinder looks like, okay? And then pretend that the radius, if you don't know what the radius, the diameter is the whole length across one of these bases. The radius is halfway across that. So what you would do once you know what your diameter is, we're just going to say ours is 5 centimeters. And then since 5 divided by 2 is 2.5, radius equals 2.5 centimeters. And diameter equals 5 centimeters. Okay, so the formula for area is area equals pi. Pi stands for 3.14. So pi is your magic number. So what you would do is the radius, which we wrote down as 2.5, squared means times itself. So we would put equals, and then what pi equals. What does pi equal? Pi equals 3.14. And then our radius equals 2.5 centimeters squared. And then we'd want to do equals again, 3.14. And then times, times it there. And then 2.5 times 2.5. And then that would equal 6.25. And then 3.14 times 6.25 would equal 19.625. You don't have to put the ending 5 in there. It's just a little decimal. It won't really matter. So that would be the area. So we're not done yet. Then we put centimeters squared, because that's what we were using. So on the next page, I'll continue the volume process. Okay, so now, once we have the volume equals area of base times height. And now we have the area of the base, which was 19.625 centimeters. And then times the height, which was times the height, and then so we'll just make up a random height. By the way, the height, so let's say that our thing looks like this. The height would be that line, right? That line right there that's going up. So let's say that the height is like 20 centimeters. Then we'd put equals 19.625 times 20 centimeters. And that would equal 392.5 centimeters cubed because it's volume. So that is the end of our thing on our video on how to do the volume of a square and a cylinder. It also works for not just that, but also ones that are like this. Also works for ones like that.
Here's some tips. Pi will always equal 3.14, and the volume is going to equal area of base times your height. And r square is always your radius, and for this case was 2.5 square. So that's all. Square means you're doing 2.5 times 2.5, and that equaled 6.25. And yeah.